Okay, let's talk about Chainsaw Man, chapter 42, titled Teach Me How to Swim. So yes, it's been a long time since I actually uploaded a Chainsaw Man review, but I uploaded a My Hero Academia review earlier today, so I was like, I guess I have to upload a Chainsaw Man review, and here it is. Hopefully it either comes out probably by midnight today, if not early tomorrow. So yeah, let's get right into it. That's what I would say if we didn't have to review what happened in the last few chapters. And since I don't remember the last time I actually uploaded a video about Chainsaw Man, I'm just gonna say that Denji has a new girlfriend, or has a new love interest. Don't remember how to pronounce her name, starts with an R. At the same time, he has furthered in development with Makima, so things are kind of difficult right now. Anyway, let's jump right into this chapter, chapter 42, titled Teach Me How to Swim. In this chapter, Denji and Regime? I don't know. Denji and this girl break into a high school, probably her high school, but it's kind of hard to tell since we don't get that part of the backstory. And they're doing this so that she can teach Denji how to read, and so that Denji can have some form of a normal life and experience high school. Because Denji, being 16-year-old kid he is, has never stepped foot into a school since he was 6 years old, I want to say. He has always been living by himself since his father died. So she's trying to do him a favor, obviously flirt with him by taking him to school and teaching him. And if you couldn't see that, I did air quotes. It's funny because he keeps saying, I'm sorry to Makima, like she's there. Also, like he's actually dating her. While neither of those things are true, he keeps saying, I don't really want to hold her hand. I don't really want to look at her. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But my body moves on its own. And wow, I just had a crazy thought. What if this girl, because people keep having like thoughts that she has to be working with the devils, right? And I think so too. I truly do think that this girl is working with the devils, but I think that she's not doing it in a manner that actually is going to harm Denji. Hopefully. I don't know. But he keeps saying, sorry Makima, my body keeps moving on my own. What if she has some type of ability to control people? Not demons, but people. Maybe that's her devil's power. The devil she made a contract with, or possibly, well, probably not. I was gonna say possibly she is a devil man like Denji. Later on, we'll see why I don't think that. Anyway, so they sit down and they start actually having class. Simple equations like 1 + 1, and Denji understands that. He knows 2. She also tries to teach him words, kanji, even though it's in English because of translation. She writes big ass on the chalkboard and asks what he says it. Even though Denji is hyped up and tries to answer, he answers, I don't know, and she tells him, and he calls her a perv. Pretty funny stuff. Pretty common Denji, almost Denji power vibes going on. But as they continue, Denji kind of feels comfortable. It's like, maybe I could have gone to school and did okay. Even though he literally just learned something that kindergartners would be able to say and do. And this is where I'm like, is she really a good person or is she a bad person? Because she asks Denji, isn't it sad or isn't it bad that you never went to school? And Denji's like, what do you mean? And she explains that it's kind of messed up that you're 16 years old. You have never stepped foot into a school before and you spend your life hunting devils. Isn't that kind of messed up? Hunting devils, almost getting killed yourself, and all you get to see for it is 3 square meals a day and a place to sleep. And a constant threat that if you try to do anything outside of the parameters given to you, you'll be hunted down and killed. And it's funny because she says those 3 things, 3 meals a day and a bed to sleep, are the bare minimum standards to live in Japan. Those are the things that they give prisoners, not in Japan. I mean, unless they're on death row, I mean, we're not talking about that right now. Those comments are kind of like, make me think that she actually cares. Maybe not that she wants to help Denji, but more or less that she has feelings for him and this makes her sad. Because multiple people think that she's like Sawatari last time. I think I said this before. Maybe I didn't release that video. But I feel like she's kind of like on the same level as Sawatari was in the previous arc where she was the in-between between the Yakuza and the Gun Devil. Maybe she's kind of like on that same level and she's trying to infiltrate Denji's heart so that she can lead him to the Gun Devil somehow. And that's how we get this look. She gets this look on her face of like, can't tell if it's sadness or happiness. But that's when she offers to take Denji outside so that they can take a dip in the pool, aka go skinning dipping. I'm like, one hand I'm like, this manga is awesome And then I'm like, this manga is awesome because we get to see this girl start stripping naked, and it's like, okay. And it's weird too because Denji's the one that says, isn't this a little too naughty? Like, isn't this kind of inappropriate? And I wouldn't say that, but if I was in a situation, I would be like, shouldn't we? Maybe not. But I would say that, but as soon as she took off her shirt, the answer is yes. We're getting in this pool. I do not care. Like, this is happening. And to enforce this into Denji, she doesn't stop at just taking off her clothes. She takes off her underwear as well. And it just blows my mind completely because who is she? No normal girl would do this. I can't say that because plenty of normal girls will do this with the right guy. But in a manga, this never happens. The girl never just is like, oh, I'm gonna strip naked for you and we're gonna go swimming. No. And it's like, what? Who is she? Is she a good guy? Is she a bad guy? Like, is she undercover for the bad guy? Like, what is happening? Oh, so another thing. What if she was undercover for Makima? Like, Makima would try to make Denji happy by taking him out on that type date because he didn't know if he had a heart, so they went to the movies all day. What if Makima hired this girl to play the role as Denji's girlfriend so that he would still feel like he had a heart, so that he wouldn't almost lean more towards the dark side and become more of like a devil? That's something else that could happen. Like, that's kind of crazy. Anyway, Denji is still standing there looking at her as she says, get naked, and all he can think about is that this is the first time he's seeing real nipple, and he can see below the waist. And all he's trying to say is, calm down. He says, calm down, dude, you can't. If you strip down here, you'll be unfaithful to Makima. The next panel we see is him thinking, damn it, as he's butt naked. And it's like, I keep thinking about this, like, this girl, I would never go for a girl that looked like her, acted like her. I'm guessing if you got an anime sounding like her. But like, you just, any man, any female too, thinks like daydream about this happening to them at any point in their life. I'm just saying, it's interesting. It's hilarious because Denji's just breaking out in a sweat because he doesn't want to do it, but at the same time, he really wants to do it. And like any young man, in his sane mind, he jumps into that pool. And then we get this amazing panel of her saying, I'll teach you how to swim. I'll teach you everything. And Denji instantly starts drowning. It's hilarious. But yeah, that's where the fun gets cut short because it starts raining out of nowhere. Almost like it's tsunami winds. They're just sitting back in the classroom. They grab their clothes and they're sitting in the classroom watching it rain. And again, this strange situation where this girl asks Denji how he feels about life, asking him if he would rather be the town mouse or the country mouse. And she doesn't explain it. We jump back to Aki and the Angel Devil, and the Angel Devil explains it to Aki. And it's like a weird parallel going on here. Make me think that the fight that's going to eventually happen either next chapter or the chapter afterwards is going to also involve Aki and the Angel Devil, and the Angel Devil is going to actually show its full potential and power. Maybe by then Aki will also be able to pull the Angel Devil back to his side and they'll kind of become friends. But anyway, the Angel Devil explains the story of the country mouse and the city mouse, saying that the country mouse is a mouse that has life easy, that has safety, isn't getting chased by a mouse or isn't trying to be killed by humans. It doesn't have delicious food or kind of plentiful food, but it has enough to live and it can be content there if it wants to be. Whereas the city mouse has an abundance of food of all varieties that are very delicious. It can see the sights, it can like hit the strip, it can ball out. But it's constantly being chased, constantly being threatened by humans trying to kill him, and abundance of cats. The Angel Devil portion of this is trying to say that the Angel Devil was the country mouse before Makima caught him and brought him to the city, forcing him to hunt devils and kill fiends and all this other such, saying that he would rather go back to the country instead of being with the city boy Aki. And back with Denji and the other girl, she's trying to say that Denji is currently in the city. It's kind of weird. She doesn't actually explain which one she currently thinks Denji to be, But Denji says he'd rather be the town mouse. He'd rather be the city mouse. He'd rather, because all he thinks about is food and having fun. Whereas if he was to be the country mouse, everything would be boring. And that's always been Denji's mindset since this story began. Back in chapter 1, he gained the heart of Pochita, the chainsaw devil, because Pochita still wanted to see Denji have fun and live out his dreams. And Denji's biggest dreams was to have abundance of food and meet girls. Basically, that's the gist of it. He wanted to live. So if Denji wanted to live, he would want to be the town mouse. And a lot of people on the Chainsaw Man Discord linked below believe that currently Denji is the country mouse, and that if if this girl is trying to lead him to the side of the devils, which doesn't make sense because the devils want to take Denji's heart so he wouldn't live, so that doesn't make any sense. But they believe that if she's trying to lean him towards the dark side, let's just call it, that Denji, being a part of the Bureau, is currently the country mouse. He is in safety. He has everything he needs. He doesn't have any extra. Whereas if he was to join the devils, he would become the town mouse, because he would constantly be chased by Makima and the Bureau, but he would be free to do as he want, like the town mouse. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. I feel like the point of this is to say that Denji currently is the town mouse. He is the mouse that continuously is in danger but gets what he wants. I think the point of this is they're saying that the country mouse is the one that has it off better, and it's just that you have to change your point of view. You have to understand that, yeah, all that food and all that stuff is good, but risking your life for it isn't. It's like just the deep philosophical part of the chapter that I shouldn't be diving into because I failed philosophy like twice. Philosophy and moral issues, but whatever. We get another panel of this girl just slightly smiling, but we can't really read what she's trying to portray with her emotions. And she asks Denji out on another date to go to the festival with him. And he's like, sure, as long as I don't have to work, I'm fine. And then she runs off to the bathroom. And then we just see Denji looking out through the window, staring at the rain, and says she's freaking cute. And I'm like, that's how it be feeling. So yeah, this girl walks down the hall of the school at night, and someone else is there. She calls out for Denji's name, and a mysterious figure responds that, yeah, that's me. I was trying to take a leak myself. As the figure comes into picture, we see it's that random guy at the end of last chapter who has made a deal with the Typhoon Devil, which explains the out of nowhere rain. You think if that was the end of the chapter, you'd be really like, oh no, what's gonna happen next? You got that feeling. But then we get these two panels of Denji just like saying, oh crap, when I close my eyes, I see two girls now. Instead of just seeing Makima, he sees Makima and this new girl. But it's also weird because it's like light and dark almost. Not as devil and human, because honestly, I think Makima also has some type of messed up deal with devils beyond just making contracts with them. I think if not being a devil man herself, which I don't think she is, I think that she has conditioned herself so much that she almost thinks like devils. She like has no heart like a devil. Whereas this new girl, even though she might be on the side of the devil, I think Denji sees it as she's the sexual desire he wants, while Makima is the wholesome, lovely, stay-at-home wife he desires, even though I doubt Makima would ever do that. So yeah, that was the end of the chapter. Whew, that was a lot. And it's still been a while since I actually edited one of these videos. I edited a My Hero Academia chapter earlier today. I edited it down, I recorded audio and edit video down to like 5 minutes. I edit these videos in a way that they come out to be almost 20 minutes long. So yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one. Luckily I have the rest of the night to edit this, and it's probably gonna take me the rest of the night to edit it. So you'll either see this late tonight or early tomorrow morning, depends. But yeah, thanks for watching. I know these videos still get like an average amount of views, so like I'm gonna keep making them, gonna make them better hopefully eventually. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them below. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you dislike the video, leave a dislike. Yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.